In this video, I'll be breaking down gold, Euro USD, and Nasdaq, and I'll be showing you a few of my profit results at the end of the video, so watch till the end. If you're new here, please make sure to click the subscribe button, turn on the post notifications, because I post content like this every Sunday. So now guys, this previous week has been a few of mixed results, right? So I did manage to pass my 50k phase 1, right? Here's the certificate over here, right? But I didn't manage to pass the 10k, which you will see at the end, right? So it's been really tricky, right? Especially on my phase 2 50k, because I'm down like 4% already, guys, which I will explain at the end in terms of what's happening psychologically, what I was seeing, what happened on the charts. But nonetheless, let's get into the video and watch till the end. Alright, so this is gold on the daily time frame. As we can see, we got our first market structure shift. This is telling us that gold wants to push to the top, right? Now, before anything else, what happened during the week? How did I pass my 50k? Before we even break down the pair, right? So on the 4-hour time frame, last week, right, I had caught these buys, right? Beautiful, push to the top, right? I even closed out beforehand because I anticipated that price was gonna pull back, right? I wanted to pull back so we can jump in relatively over here. So now I already had some sells in. This week over here is the one that caused me to pass the 50k because I sold, right? But now after that, guys, I was selling continuously. Like I sold here, I got taken out, and then I sold by this high over here, and price just kept on climbing. So another setup was invalidated, right? So it's a tough one, right? I managed to pass, but I'm down like 4%. I think right now for me, the main important thing, right, especially since I'm at the end of the year off, I won't lie, guys, it's the profit accounts, especially the 50k, because you start to realize, what do you mean you can make $3,000, you know, $2,500 in a single trade, you know? So it gets to your head, and then even after I passed the phase 1, phase 2, I was so aggressive because I wanted to pass it before the buys happened, right? And clearly that didn't happen. Like, the buys kept on pushing. I tried to sell it to this fair value gap over here, and that wasn't the smartest of plays. And I risked 2%. 2%, I took an L, then risked 2% again, and then took an L again, guys. So I'm just coming here to be as transparent as possible to show you guys, it's like, as much as it is, the moment you start focusing on the dollar amount is the time where all your strategy and the way you think goes out of the picture, you know. And I would say I'm a mature trader, but these things happen, right? And I know my strategy will probably give me the results I want. I just need to go back to the drawing board, fix my trading plan, and stick with it, guys, you know. And that's what I also wanted to start the video off today, like just explaining to you guys, is that if you're watching this video, understand there's going to be times where you tilt as a trader, right? It's your job to come back and really realign yourself with your strategy, with your goals, and what you want to do, right? Even in my head right now, like, 300k in terms of max allocation is something that I want, but now it has changed. I want $1 million in funded allocation. I never thought I would say this, but 300k is something that's very, very simple, very, very easy, especially based off of like the results I'm getting on the 50k. So I'm not looking at it from a far-fetched perspective. Obviously, short-term goals to the long-term goals, but it's just what I'm trying to show you guys. Anybody watching this, if you can get your strategy and your trading plan down packed, it's easy for you to pass this. I already passed phase 1, guys, 8%. Now I'm down like basically 8% on phase 2, which I can pass either or. You get what I'm trying to say? So going to the charts now, 4-hour time frame. What are we seeing? We'll start on the daily, right? It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, right? This is our new low, right? I'll classify this is a new low. This is relatively a new high. We just want to see if it's gonna topple out. Once it does topple out, then we know this is the range that we're playing in. This is probably the equilibrium. We're gonna wait for price to come into discount, and then we'll find ourselves buying here again and then pushing to the top. Now that's if gold does come back relatively around 316. That's something that we have to see from gold. We do have NFP. So NFP is reading that it is positive for the dollar. No, it's negative for the dollar. Just make sure and just check for you guys, right? So we are anticipating that our gold will probably buy NFP time. So I really hope that price is a bit corrective. It enters its corrective phase, right? So this is relatively what I am looking at, right? Bingo bango, right? So this is going to be my entry zone as usual. You guys already know with the fib, right? This is going to be my entry zone over here. And then my stop loss relatively below 79, right? That's the adjustment that I've made, right? 79, TP, maybe 1:3, right? So what I'm trying to do now, guys, is making sure that I keep my trading as simple as possible. Go back to the back in the days where I used to trade it, right? keep it, focus on buys alone because we already got bullish market structure. There's no reason for you to be looking for sells. This is me talking to myself, and this is me talking to you as well, right? Yes, so I'm gonna patiently wait for the pullback, right? Hopefully we can get a pullback relatively around Wednesday, Thursday time, then NFP we get a push to the top. Or best bet is it just keeps on going, and then we'll wait for more entries as it comes to us, guys. But this is what I'm waiting for. 1:3. I'm probably gonna break even relatively around maybe 1:2 RR. So relatively over here is where I'm gonna break even, right? And one thing about gold I'm also noticing, guys, is that even if we do get an entry over here, right, bingo bango, price comes back down over here, we get an entry, we'll probably get like a scaling opportunity relatively again over here. So we can risk 1% over here, another percent over here. This is basically 1:3, 1:2, right? We'll walk away with some decent profits. It's easy, guys. Like 8% right now seems crazy, especially in your head when you think about the firms. But when you have a set proven strategy, it's very easy for you to scale in and really pass them. So for me right now, I'm becoming more of a defensive trader, sitting back and allowing the market to do its thing, because I tried to sell gold, guys. As you can see, clearly I got taken out and market structure is bullish, right? And I did know that. I just wanted to pass the account. By the time I buy, I wanted to be funded already. And that's where I think things switched. I no longer started trading the strategy. I traded what I wanted to happen and what I wanted to see, right? Which you will see at the end of the video, guys. But that's what I do see for gold. Hopefully we can see a pullback. NFP time, we can see ourselves buying, or we can get a wick to our entry relatively by NFP. So we get a wick to the downside, and then we see price continuing to climb to the top, even relatively to 3,500, right, over here. Investors are anticipating that price will end around 3,700 by the end of the year, right? So we still got 4 months of price action, guys. So they are anticipating that this is how far we can get up to, right? So something I'd really want to see from gold, and just know with this push all the way to the top, it just gives us more opportunity to jump in and scale. So for the guys listening and watching this video, guys, you need to make sure if you want to grow with me and elevate with me with the prop firm journey and watching me from going to 0 to 1 million, this is always going to be very good if you join the mentorship. Of course, guys, the link is in the description. And obviously, I will be making videos for you guys in terms of how to pass these prop firm challenges. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me, Mr. Flair, please teach us, please teach us. I just want to make sure I can get at least one payout, guys, to show you all the process, everything that I went to, then all boiled down into one video so you can take it and digest it, right? Let's move over to the next pair. All right. So this is the euro dollar on the daily time frame. Beautiful stuff that we do see. So my anticipation is that I think the dollar is still going to gain a bit of strength before anything else, right? So it's very important to watch how this is going to move throughout the weeks, right? We can go to the weekly time frame. We can see that overall we are bullish, right? Bullish market structure all the way to the top. I am anticipating for euro dollar to come as low back down here, right? Excuse me, bless me. Right, so this is how far I'm anticipating euro dollar to come, by the 73%, right? So now we're still ranging around those points over here, right? But in terms of selling opportunities, right, when we come to the daily time frame, we can see we have a market structure shift, right? Prices made this high, continue to the downside. If you pull out the frame from top to bottom, right, this is our entry zone. So price has been playing around here the longest of time. We're basically in a consolidation. Even if you check the DXY, you guys should let me know if you want me to break down the DXY a bit more, right? Because if you know where the dollar's going, you're gonna know where every other major pair is gonna go, right? So this is what I am anticipating. Maybe sells over here, right? Bingo bango. Since it is a currency pair, we can anticipate a lot of manipulation. So our SL has to be above this high, guys. It has to be above this high just to to cater in for any funny business, right? Then you can easily walk away with a 1:2, right? Or target that low down here, right? All the way down to the downside. So it's just a matter of patience, especially from currency pairs, you know. My love for currency pairs have went down mainly because gold is such a quick, impulsive, volatile pair, and it makes it easier for me to pass. Like, I'm not saying you can't pass your perform challenges with currency pairs. You can 100% do that, but I've noticed that they're pretty slow, guys. And especially if you want to scale up quickly and grow your journey as a trader, it's always very important for you to look at what works for you and look at what doesn't work. So for me, I'm a master at gold, guys. And I've been trading. You guys have seen with the perform results as well, which I will show at the end. There is profit potential, especially with futures, indices, guys. Currency pairs, it's a love and hate relationship from me. right? Maybe I'll need more capital to start really trading these things because I want to risk a little bit more. But that's what I do see for Euro USD. Hopefully price does sink to the downside. We watch it drop all the way to the downside, right? We'll probably get more scaling opportunity, especially after this low has been broken. We can get another scaling opportunity there, breaks, another scaling opportunity there, gets to the downside, and then we start pushing to the top, right? That's what I do see for Euro USD. Let's jump over to Nasdaq. All right. So this is Nasdaq on the daily time frame, right? So when we zoom out a bit, we can see we're at our all-time high, right? So this is Nasdaq's all-time high. I still do anticipate that it's bullish market structure. We've got breaks of structure, right? Even if we pull out the fib, we can see that it did come and respect this zone over here, the 73, right? This is the indice thingy. We use the indice entry for gold as well, right? As you can see, we got this point over here, right? This is our entry zone. We didn't take this setup, especially because it was Nasdaq and I was already in a gold buy already, right? So price tapped in and then pushed to the top. This is what I was talking about in terms of re-entry, guys. Check this beauty out, right? We go on the 4-hour time frame, right? On the 4-hour time frame, we'll pull this fib all the way to the far left because this is our first initial entry, right? Now, in terms of a scaling opportunity, we pull out the fib from bottom to top again. This is going to be our entry number 2, right? Scaling opportunity number 2. So over here, we jump in, bingo bango, SL relatively below the low, and take profit all the way to the top over there, right? Because it is a scale in. So I won't lie, the scale in opportunity is more than the initial buy because obviously the range is smaller and price is moving into our favor, and we're just adding to the idea that we want to keep the market structure bullish, right? So this is what I do see for Nasdaq. It's beautiful stuff. We already know that it's going to end of the year at a bullish state. So this is also in conjunction with the macro and the fundamentals, guys. So that's also another thing that you need to look at. You can't just look at an index. You can't just look at a pair without understanding what really affects it, right? Look at the instrument you're trading and ask yourself, what moves it, right? With currency pairs, obviously it's economy versus economy. So any fundamentals that play along that side will see the currency pair moving, right? With gold, it's volatility. Anything that has to do with risk sentiment, anything that has to do with inflation, interest rates, that is what gold is going to react off of. So you need to understand, what does your pair react to? Then position yourself to make sure that you earn money based off of the direction you believe or based off of your bias. The technical analysis, guys, is the easiest part. Technical fundamental analysis is easy. It's psychology, especially when you understand your strategy works and you're trying to milk it as much as you possibly can. I think the only thing you need to do as a trader is you need to focus so much more on becoming professional and executing trades based off of your strategy, not the dollar amount. Because I've noticed the only time I've started tilting in terms of psychology is the moment when I started realizing that, oh, I can make $3,000 from this setup, $2,000 from this setup. Now the risk goes out of the picture because you already have so much money tied, or your brain is so tied to that figure that even when the market is showing you signs that, hey man, this is not the direction we're trying to go, you keep holding on to that because you already have plans for that. So focus on being a professional trader, focus on trading the setup. If it was up to me, you don't even need to look at your MT5, guys. Put your limit orders and then just look at the trading view charts, trade that, and then things are going to be so much easier, right? Now let's move over to the prop firm results so we can break it down and see where I am, right? All right. So these are the prop firm accounts, right, that I have that are currently active. As you can see, we have the P250K. So let me just go to inactive so we can break down the P250 or the P150, right? Where is it? Yes. So this is the one that I passed, right? I just want to go through it with you guys. Right, as you can see with this account, I made relatively 8.28%. That's $4,000, guys. Very impressive. Something that I never thought I'd do. I'd even passed it in 2-3 days. I just had to push the maximum trading days, as of course, guys. So this is what we do see. We have a daily loss limit, max daily loss limit, already passed that. But the main goal is to show you the trading overview so you can see the analytics. My win rate is 57%. Even September was a very bad month, guys. Like, I won't lie, I ended off very good, but that's what I'm saying. My strategy performs so well, even if me as a trader, I don't really execute it the perfect way, right? It helps so much, right? So as 57%, obviously profit factor is 5.11, so like 1:5 relatively in terms of my trades. Now when you check the analytics, obviously guys, little drawdown, we just went all the way to the top. That's 8%. So that's why I'm not too stressed about my phase 2. right? Because I can make that 8% again, right? So check that this is the Stellar Light Phase 2 account, right? The 50K, we'll start off with this one, right? Obviously, this one went down a pretty penny, right? We'll even go to the trading overview, right? We haven't even went into profits, right? Look at that. We started off at 50K. We dropped all the way to the downside around this 27th. I took another trade around the 28th, and then this is where we're chilling now, right? So it's still a journey all the way to the top, guys, right? I still have a maximum loss limit of $1,600, right? Obviously, with my setups now, I'm gonna risk like 1%, going back to 1%, so that's gonna be $500. So I'm essentially left with like 3%, you know. So I'll risk 1% for the next setup, A plus setup, get a 1:3, come back at least maybe 1% before break even. Then I'll find myself like going back. I think from now on, I'm gonna keep my risk consistent, just so I don't topple over. And my strategy does give me a lot of opportunities. As you can see, it's 2 trading days. This one I got it around the 26th of August, right? Now with my 10K, right, I was supposed to also pass it the same time with my 50K. It's just that the positions I was holding were not the same. As you can see, I went from 6% down to 2%, right? The equity curve for this one, you'll see it as well, right? Bingo bango analytics, we did go all the way to the top and then dropped all the way to the downside, right? So this one is still the same. I'll probably risk 1% to make 3%. I only need 2 setups. I'm not going to really try and push it. Plus, it's at the end of the year. My data tells me that Q3, Q4 is really not my best. So I'll just make sure that I'm professional with the trading, really make sure that I boss it the best way I possibly can. Profit target is $800, right? I'm like relatively 250 now, so I'm just going to push it, pass it, get it out of the picture, right? Now, the ones that are really frustrating is the 25K, right? The 25K, I've had it since the 18th of June, right? I'm down 3% after being break even from last week. I've been trading this for 18 days, right? Now, when we go to the trading overview, this is where you'll see like a lot of the statistics, right? As you can see, we went down, we went to all the way to the top. We eventually broke to the top and then retraced back to the downside, right? So I'm down like about 3.25%. One trade is probably going to get me back to break even. The next trade is probably going to get me back to like 3%. So I think I need 2 setups more than anything else. Even one setup, if I can scale in after, I think I could definitely pass it like in one trade, really. Like I'm not really too pressed about that. So that's the 25K. But this one, the one that really has me the most is the 5K, guys, because I've had the 5K the longest since like the 16th of June. I'm up like 1.2%. I need 4% as well for this one because it is phase 2, right? So that's why I'm also realizing I don't need to be too aggressive, guys, especially with the way I'm trading. Here are the detailed stats for this one. The win rate for this one is down to 40%. Obviously, with one trade, I'll manage to come back to passing the firms, right? As you can see, price dropped to the downside. We kept on pushing to the top, and then we're relatively over here. So the 5K is probably the one that looks the best, right? Now, the question is, what's next, Mr. Flair? Like, what's the next step moving forward? Obviously, right now, guys, it's passing these accounts and also getting a payout, which is the most important thing. In terms of trade copying, I'm not yet there. I think I'll start copy trading once I get to like, $1 million in terms of like trading capital. The next account size that I do want to go for is either maybe 200Ks or 200K account. For psychology's sake, I think I'll go for 200Ks or even one, right? Try and pass that as quickly as I can. Get to max allocation, maybe 300K. By the end of the year, fingers crossed if opportunities do present themselves. And then next year, really push it maybe to 600K, close to 1 million, right? End of the year, after like just shy of 1 million in funding, right? And then obviously with my trading, how are things going to change? I think for me, the more capital I have, number one, the less trades I'm going to take. And also my risk to reward ratio has to go down a bit. I think I'll only want 2% a month, right? So I won't be pushing for these 8% that you guys do see, because this is unrealistic. It's easy for you to topple over. So the moment I start getting around 300K in terms of funding, I don't even mind risking 0.5% of my account, right? Because it will be copy traded. You get what I'm trying to say? Because right now, if you look at it from this perspective, I'll have close to 120K in terms of funding. Obviously, once I get payouts from these ones, I'll scale up really quickly. Like if I can get to 200Ks, I'm already 300K down in terms of max allocation. So for me, I don't want to be buying smaller accounts like this, like 5K, 25K. Like this is all cool and stuff, but I feel like from 50k upwards is where I'm going to be playing from. So best bet is I buy 250ks or 100k, you know, make sure that I pass phase 1 flawlessly, phase 2 flawlessly, trading professionally, of course, guys, and then keep it pushing from there. So for the guys watching till the end, I know you guys are supporting me. The channel is not big yet, right? We're around 2,000 subscribers. So what I want you to understand is, like, I want to show you, and I want you to understand that, like, you are watching me do this, right? That means you can do it as well. You just need someone who can guide you, someone who can help you get to point A and point B. And that's what I do with my clients, guys. We have 2 sessions a week, one on Wednesday, one on Sunday. Sundays are live sessions, guys. We sit down on Zoom. The same way I talk about these platform accounts is the same way, like, I go through it with my team. I send through signals. Some guys are already passing their challenges. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's possible, guys. It genuinely is possible. And I'm telling you, the way your mindset shifts, especially once you understand that, like, you just have to follow your strategy and don't care about the dollar amount, guys. Like, treat trading. The only thing you need to do is make sure that you follow your trading plan 100% of the time, right? The only reason why I have phase 2, guys, 8% passed on a 50k, 8% passed on a 25k, 8% passed on a 5k. Like, this is 24% passed, guys, you know, and it's all done conservatively, right? It's just now I'm noticing I started toppling over, mainly because I saw how close I was to getting, like, that first 50k, because this is basically, for the guys in South Africa that do know, this is 900k rands, right? This is close to what, 400k, 500k, right? So half of that, right? So this is already close to 1.4 million rand worth of trading capital. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, it changes a lot of your perspective and understanding that the only thing I'm gonna do moving forward, even with my payouts, is just investing into more accounts, guys. If I make $4,000, $3,000 or $2,500 is going to be buying more prop firm accounts, maybe 300k accounts, 400k accounts, because that's where my skill is, that's where my edge is. So I'll be spending a lot more money. I'll be doing more docu-series, guys. Of course, I got you guys, road to 1 million in terms of funding. But thank you for watching till the end. I will catch you guys next week. Please make sure to comment down what pair you want me to see next week. But nonetheless, I'll catch y'all guys next week.